What's going on, guys? From Gamezo, this is ICanGoPro, and you're watching another episode of GG Easy. And yes, we are talking about COD this week, but things are going to be a little different this time. The story here comes out from the frustration of players and fans alike with the Call of Duty League, or the CDL. Now this comes from the London Royal Ravens home series, where Seattle Surge had a bit of a disadvantage due to server issues, and, well, things did not go the way that they had hoped. In the series between London and Seattle, London was winning 2-1, and in a match on Hardpoint on St. Petrograd, one of the Seattle players slacked, ended up disconnecting, and could not play for the rest of the map, which is something that you can expect from online play. Here's where the issue lies. When the map ended, London had won, obviously, it was a 5v4. And the CDL ruled it as a map loss for Seattle. London took the series 3-1. And the issue here is that the CDL saw Slack disconnecting as a player error and not something that should be considered for a replay of a map. Now when this happened, Octane, another player on Seattle, took to Twitter and had a few choice words about this situation. Along with this series of tweets, Octane netted himself a nice fine from the league, which is expected because, just look at him. But this is something that happens every time the league is criticized. They hand out fines, and players are often just hiding their criticism of the game, which, if you're a player and you have issues with the game, you should be able to voice them without being penalized by the league that you're playing for. But this isn't the topic right now. While Octane has since deleted these tweets, he's gone to YouTube and made a 17-minute long video discussing the multiple ways that the CDL has mistreated them over the course of the online play. One example is when Seattle was up 2-0 against FaZe, but then there was a 45-minute tech delay where they weren't playing at all. 45 minutes of no game time, and when they came back, FaZe reverse swept them 3-2. Octane talks about more issues that they've dealt with in the league, but I'll link that down below for you to check out yourself. Moving on, there was actually a second issue in a series, and this came into the finals. It was Dallas versus Paris. And in this situation, it was all about what server they were playing on. Dallas ended up playing on a server within Texas, which gave them near to LAN style ping. While Paris, I want to just break this down now, are not based in Paris. All of their players are currently in California. But either way, there's still a 100 ping difference from the California ping to the Dallas ping. So essentially, these guys were in a very, very bad position to play, especially in a finals, especially against Dallas, who are now the number 2 team after winning this finals. So it was just no chance. There was no chance for these guys to come out on top. Dallas ended up winning 3-0, and this series was less than an hour, including all of the production breaks, roughly 48 minutes. So that was very quick, and of course, it is compiled with the issue of lag, and Dallas is just better. But seriously, the issue with the ping, there's no competitive integrity when it comes to that. You can't really justify playing a professional league when you're not able to run the game the same way that your opponents are. And even Clayster, one of the players on Dallas, ended up saying this: "Hey, we won, so I can't get roasted for being salty, but it's completely unfair that the server connection versus Paris are California, Texas, and Illinois. We vetoed California because they're for California. They veto Illinois because it's the furthest away from them. And they're stuck playing on a Texas host. So unfair." So it even goes to show that the players recognize that this was an issue that shouldn't have occurred. But what can you do at this point when it's all online play? Either way, I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. Let me know. But that's going to wrap up this episode of GG Easy. I'll see you guys on the next one.